Hi everybody, Lance, the option teacher here. This video is going to be more of a vlog type post. I'm going to be looking at my income ETFs, considering how much I'm taking in per month, and then also looking at SCHD as a good long-term growth buffer on these income ETFs, and just looking more about taking in the distributions monthly in a long-term time horizon. So I've been about 20% or so of my total account is in covered call, closed-end funds, income ETFs. My yield of all my accounts is slightly under 7%. It actually will be a little bit above 7% pretty shortly. Um, by doing that, I'm getting a decent amount of income every month. It actually pays for a good amount of my initial expenses that I currently have in my budget. However, I'm not actually using that funds to pay for those things. I'm mostly dripping the dividends, taking in more shares of stock or ETFs, and then letting it grow over time. So I still have a very long-term time horizon on this. It's probably about 20 years or so where I probably will retire. Um, at that point, I am a high school science teacher. I'll be getting a pension from it that will cover about 75% of my teacher salary the rest of my life. So that's already a good buffer that I have for, just living in retirement. I'm also trying to get income ETFs that will essentially replace my wife's income and the difference of my current salary or my salary right before I retire to the 75% that I'll be taking in as well. And there's a very good chance that this will actually happen. It will most likely be above that, just based on where my current numbers are, based on where the distributions are in terms of percentage, and dripping those dividends. Another longer term play that I'm doing is buying SCHD. SCHD has been dropping pretty hard, didn't really gain as much as SPY, QQQ last year, so it's been lagging a little bit. However, the distributions and growth of the dividends have been really good, and over the long-term time horizon, by dripping in those shares into more shares, also getting a pretty decent yield, and also getting growth on the dividend payments over time, that's going to be very sizable. So let's look at some of the numbers for SCHD. All right, so we just opened up on stockanalysis.com for the SCHD dividends and history. So if you look right now, we have a dividend yield of 3.63%, which isn't a ton, but it's still pretty good. Looking at the dividend growth, we had 5.35% dividend growth. I think that's last year. However, if you look at the long-term time horizon on the dividends, so the last dividend payment was 0.2782, and if you look just 3 years ago, 0.23447. So it already gained 4 cents a share in a few years. By doing that, you're able to, by reinvesting your dividends into more shares, one, you get more shares, and two, those shares are giving more and more dividends. So that's what the long-term plan is to keep getting more and more shares, have those dividends grow. As you can see, 2021, 0.16, now 0.27. Over long-term time periods, if you keep adding into SCHD by contributions, also dripping your dividends, it will grow very well. Another thing that I'm doing real quick is if you look at, say, um, T-SPY, for instance, I'm in quite a few of higher dividend yields. This is a 14%. And these, the distributions are going to be pretty stable so far. 0.29 in 2024, 0.3 in 2026. However, it's a very high dividend yield, and I'm dripping more dividends into more shares, or distributions into more shares. So the actual income taken in from this will go up quite a bit over time as well. So a few more that I'm in. PFFA, it's a preferred. 9% dividend yield. You can see the cash amount's been very stable, 0.17. Go a few years ago, 0.16. So very little growth in the distributions. However, if you're getting a higher yield, like 9% here, and then you're dripping into more shares, your income will be going up over time because you have more shares that you're multiplying it out by. Just for simple math, let's say I had 1,000 shares and I'm taking in 0.17. That would be $170 a month in distributions you're getting. But just imagine if you're getting $170 to buy more shares of stock, eventually it could be 1,100 shares, 1,200 shares. If it's 1,100 shares times the 0.17, it's at $187. And then those will get even more shares. So building up those shares, being like a tree that you're watering to have it grow, to build, say, apples, those apples can make more apples, and then those seeds could come in, you could grow more trees, and that's a good way to increase your distributions and income over time. So again, I'm Lance, the option teacher. Hope you found this video helpful. If you did, click like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I'll see you guys on the next video.